Hey guys, welcome to my full commentary video of my speedrun of Pokemon Gold any percent Glitchless. I wanted to make this video to help beginning runners out learning to speedrun this game uh, because usually only written guides or with written guides alone are not sufficient in making runners understand what is going on. Um, so I thought it would be nice to do a full commentary video of my own Pokemon speedrun and also give myself the opportunity to look back into the run and see what went well and what kind of mistakes I made. It's basically inspired by Gunner Maniac, who did this with his previous Yellow World record, and that was a video that really helped me getting into Pokemon speedrunning. So I think it's a really nice way of of presenting your Pokemon speedrun, and also this run that I did was done offline, so it has no commentary at all over it. So yeah, so I'll basically go over everything now, and yeah, I hope it helps runners out that want to try and learn to run Pokemon Gold. Uh, and yeah, it's first time that I do a video like this, so I hope you enjoy it. And there are a few things that I recommend using when running Pokemon Gold. First thing is the written guide by W Subboy. He wrote a pastebin with the most up-to-date strats right now. The second thing is the GSC helper. Yeah, it's a little software tool that helps you figure out your DVs, your Totodile DVs during the run pretty easily. And the third thing is PP management chart by made by Exarion, and it's really helpful for one particular split in this game. I'll explain more when we get there, and I'll link all these sources in the description of the video so that you can easily use it. And one more thing that you should be doing before running this game is learn a Master Ball manip. It's not mandatory to do it, but I'll just recommend learning it straight away because yeah, it's a faster route. It's more than a minute faster. It saves some struggle also, and it's just a pretty convenient route in general. And if you're not familiar with manips in Pokemon speedrunning yet, then it will probably be a struggle when you first learn a manip like that. But yeah, but it's worth getting it down, and after that it will be really easy. So I'll also link a video about that in the description later. Um, oh yeah, and I also gonna retime this run because otherwise it was really awkward putting my webcam over my splits and then you cannot see my splits, so I had to reorganize everything a bit. I know my splits look pretty weird now, but yeah, but it's it's the easiest solution right now. So yeah, I guess let's start. So yeah, the run starts with new game, obviously. So let's get this video rolling. Okay, I started my timer a bit early, but it's fine. Yeah, so when you start, you just put your clock at 10 a.m. It's the fastest. You could choose to put the clock on 5:30 something to have an extra backup for your cut slave, if you feel like you prefer more safety. But yeah, this is the fastest thing to do. You name your own character, obviously A. It's one character and it's the fastest. It's the less text throughout the game. So yeah. Okay, so you get your Pokegear from your mom. and you have to answer some questions. You just say Sunday, then yes, daylight, no, and then yes again. And you say yes to using the phone. All of that gets the least text. Okay, so after this talk, you just pick Totodile. And then you have to check your stats, because not every Totodile is runnable. Far from every Totodile. Okay, so here you can already see if your Totodile is a male or female. If it's a female, you have to reset, because females have 0 or 1 attack DV, and yeah, that's not runnable. So you take a Totodile at least with 12 attack and 10-10 special. Yeah, at least with that. Right here I get 13 attack, which indicates to me that I have 15 DV special, which is really fortunate, and 10-11 special is also really good. It means that you have at least 12 DV special. And I also had 10 speed, which means that you also have good speed. 9 speed there is runnable, but it will probably give you some issues later on. Okay, so here we get our first encounter, and it's a level 3 Sentret. You wanna kill 2 level 3 encounters, or 1 level 2 and 1 level 4 encounter. This gives you XP. Yeah, that is really useful for a few fights later on. So just keep in mind you want to kill 2 level 3s, or a level 2 and a level 4. So this is the second one that I will be killing, and I already have all my XP. Yeah, you can also kill a level 3 and a level 4, but it's slower, of course. And if you don't find any encounter, then you can just kill Joey, or fight the trainer Joey later on, and he gives you enough XP as well. But I'll explain it later. So yeah, here you just hope you get as least encounters as possible. And yeah, so if you have 10 plus DV in defense, you can just kill 1 encounter instead of 2, and then it's still fine. But if you have less than 10 DV, then you really want to kill 2 encounters. And if you don't get these encounters, which is really good, of course, then you have to fight an extra trainer just to get the right amount of XP. I get a lot of encounters in this early game, apparently. Yeah, a lot of encounters. But it's worth it to continue for me at this point, because I have really good Totodile stats. As I said, 15 DV attack, it's perfect attack. Really good special. And at this point I also already knew that I had 12 DV speed. Yeah. And I basically always want... I always prefer 11 DV speed or higher, because then you don't have to set up an X speed on blue later on. So here we're just getting our Pokédex and the egg from Mr. Pokemon. Okay, so you also get a free heal there. That's why it's really good to kill the encounters before you get here. Yeah, so you don't lose any HP for the rival fight. You can also fight an encounter here on the way back if you don't have enough XP yet. For example, if you kill the level 4, then you can kill this Pidgey. And a level 3 Caterpie is also an option when you kill the level 3 before, or a level 4 Caterpie when you kill the level 2 before. But for example, fighting a level 4 Pidgey is not really good there, because then you will probably be too damaged going into this fight. So then you will probably need to run from that. Yeah, so this fight is just Leer into Scratch. Even if you get Growl hits, you just want to be scratching. Really annoying if you get Growl first turn though. It makes the fight slower. Okay, so here you can check your stats. Also on level 6, by the way. So every level up you need to fill in on the GSC tool what you killed, and then it will show you a level up, and then you can just fill in your stats, and then it will tell you the DVs that you have. So, yeah. Just every level up you know more about your DVs. And this Totodile is really good, because at this point I knew that it had 14 or 15 special also. That's insanely good. I think this is the best Totodile I've ever had. Okay, here you have to name your rifle, you also name it A. You can, by the way, also just pick another letter, but A is the fastest. Okay, my timer's completely not synchronized with how it really is. It's 1 second behind. Well, it's fine. Okay, so here you get Pokeballs. And that's really nice, because we wanna try to find the cut slave now. So on this route you can find a Sandthread. And yeah, if you find a Sandthread, then you're really happy, because you can catch that for your cut slave. But if you don't get a Sandthread, then you just have to keep going and find one later. So I'm really lucky that I get a Sandthread here. So I instantly have my cut slave. Let's see, did it get into first ball? I don't remember. It didn't. Holy shit. Yeah, so you just weaken it with Scratch, and then throw a ball. It's not necessary to weaken it more, even if it's in green bar. You just throw a ball until it catches. And you don't name it, because you don't use it enough to be worth naming it there. So now we have everything. We have our XP, we killed 2 level 3s. We have our Sandthread, which is our cut slave. And that's all we need. So this is not the best starting time, but I'm just keeping in mind here that my Totodile is really good, so I just really want to play this run out. Okay, and I'm pretty lucky that I don't get encounters there. So after all, the time is not too terrible. Oh yeah. So if you didn't find XP, you can fight the guy that's under this guy. It has a Rattata level 4 and it gives you enough XP. But that's only if you really didn't find XP from encounters, which is pretty rare. Usually you get a lot of encounters, so... Okay, so and this fight you just use Rage if you're level 7. And if you're still level 6, you just scratch. Okay, so here's a spinner. I cannot really tell much about spinners right now because this spinner was stuck. It was stuck to the right. It was stuck looking right, so that means I can just walk around it. And yeah, that's really nice. Really nice for me. But I will explain later on how to pass spinners. What I can tell now is that okay, wait, I should also say that I just called to Mom, because otherwise she calls you and that's slower. And you equip the berry there. But yeah, you can see that on the screen, of course. And you have to say to your mom that you don't want to, yeah, to save money. Because that is, yeah, that's really slow throughout the run. Also, if you didn't have a cut slave yet, and you find a Bellsprout in that grass over there, you'll probably want to catch that as a cut slave. So this fight is the reason that we equip the berry, because it heals you automatically during the fight. You want to be, I think at least 16 health, including berry equipped for this fight, because otherwise you have a big chance to die. And then you just rage. And so yeah, every level up you can just fill in your stats to see what DV total you have. So about DVs, okay, so I think to run, the most convenient is to have at least 9 attack and 7 special. I think that's just kind of the line that you have to draw. But of course, when starting out, you could probably also run multiple things to practice, but that's eventually what you want. This fight is also just raging. If you have more than 0 defense, you are fine when you are 12 HP for this fight, but otherwise you have to heal. But I had 13 HP, so I can just go into this fight without healing, and then I can just heal after this fight, and that's a bit safer for Faulkner. So now I heal and equip the Bitterberry. The Bitterberry is for later. There are a lot of fights that you can get confused on, and then yeah, the Bitterberry just cures you from confusion. Also, so I already found out here that I think I already found out here that I have 15 special. So we have a Totodile with 15 attack and 15 special, which is really insane, and 12 speed. So it's a really good Totodile. I get pretty hyped at this point to play this run because yeah, it's the best Totodile that I've had. And Faulkner, you just rage the whole fight also. So normally Pidgeotto does like 6 every turn. Okay, here you high roll 7. So yeah, if you get crit or anything below 7 HP, you want to heal. But it's really shitty to heal in this fight. So okay, so I should not forget to split. Yeah, but my timer is a little bit behind on the actual splits. Okay, so here you get a call that you have to pick up the Pokemon egg in the Pokemon Center. And because we have to go there anyways, we also take the heal. And then we get our PP and health back. So you first take the heal. And then you take the egg. All pretty standard at this point, actually. Not much to say. Okay, so here you pick up the Paralyzed Cure Berry. Need it for later. Of course, all this information is also in guides. I'm not sure if I'm talking like too detailed or not detailed enough now, but okay, so if you didn't have a cut slave yet, you can catch this Bellsprout. If you encounter it here. If you're lucky enough to find it here. Holy moly, I get 2 encounters here. That was a really slow start for me. Okay, normally when you fight trainers you wanna talk to them because you don't get the explanation point above their head. But for this guy, you don't want to take too much steps in the grass, so you don't talk to him. It's also very basic info, actually. Okay, so in this fight I use Rage because I have 15 DV attack. If you have anything else in 15 DV attack, you just scratch this fight. But only with 15 DV attack it's worth to Rage here, because then you can here also you can just two-shot both the Rattata and the Zubat. Okay, it's nice that Supersonic missed there, which means that we get to keep our Bitterberry. And the Bitterberry is really useful for next fight. So. Okay, so this fight, it's an optional trainer, but we fight him anyways, because you need his XP. Yeah, you basically just need his XP. There's no way around it. You get 13 after this fight, which gives you Water Gun. And you need it for the next fights in the Union Cave. And it also gives you enough XP later to, yeah, for everything else. Okay, so this fight is actually insane, because I think he missed Supersonic twice on me, so we still get to keep the Bitterberry. And we also didn't take too much damage, so it was a really quick fight. You just say no to this guy. Okay, so if you still don't have a cut slave at this point, you want to try to find a Sandshrew here. I find a Sandshrew here, but I already have my cut slave. It's 30% to encounter. Um, if you have your card slave already, you can kill Senshu for XP. And if you can also kill a Tudor for XP and an Onyx for XP. Only one kill is enough to get you level 15 for the Zubats in the Slowpoke Well, and level 16 for the Coughing Dare. And if you kill a Tudor and a Senshu, or a Tudor and an Onyx, or well, everything except 2 Tudors, you get enough XP to be level 25 for Morty, which guarantees the first Ghastly. So try to kill 2 encounters here, but 1 is already really nice. And if you don't find anything, then it's also fine, of course, because it saves time of not getting encounters. Yeah, but if you find one of those Pokemon, then it's really useful to kill them. Yeah, I still haven't talked about spinners yet, but yeah, so this was a really important spinner to pass, because I already had the XP that I wanted. I only wanted 1 Pokemon to kill because I have 15 special, so I didn't really need 25 for Morty anyways. But spinners, they rotate usually, so they are more likely to rotate a particular direction. Whoa, I get so many encounters here. So they're more likely to rotate a direction after they face a particular direction. So so down and right are paired, and left and up. So if a spinner looks left, he is more likely to turn up than any other direction. It's 50% versus 25% for the other directions. And yeah, so it's safer to pass when it's in an unfavored direction for them to spin to. Yeah, and it's recommended to pause for spinners, especially when you're starting out, to just see if they, to just see what direction they face, and if they spinned, a long time ago, a short time ago. But this is actually not a great pass. He was facing a good direction for me, but I paused a bit slowly after he spinned, which means that the chance is bigger that he spins right after, and then it's 25% to go face down, so a little bit of a risky pass there, but it's fine, especially because it's the early game and I don't want to spend too much time waiting for spinners. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, so this shop, because we don't have any additional money from spinners, is 6 super potions, 4 repels, and 2 antidotes. Can buy more antidotes if you hit a spinner. But I think if you only hit Dawn, then you just want to do the same buy, and then you can buy an extra awakening later. You want to pick up that full heal also. And if you're too low HP, you just wanna heal before this fight. You can combine healing, for example, with pausing for a spinner. For example, for Anthony, the hiker that we just passed. If I would be low HP, I would probably use my potion on the pause menu there. So because I'm never sure if it's better to use Scratch or Water Gun here, but if you have low attack, you should always Water Gun because it does more damage, and then you two-shot it for sure. I just use Scratch here because it's less frames because it's a shorter move, and I have 15 EV attack, so Yeah, and this girl, you just water gun everything. So, you can see we're level 15 here. This is because we kill the right amount of encounters. We have exactly enough to get 15 here, and that guarantees a 2-shot on Zubat. This guy is always a 3-shot. We just hope to not get poisoned. Then we don't have to heal for next fight as well. We don't get poisoned, so that's good. So obviously if you get poisoned you have to heal it off with your antidote. And maybe combine it with using a potion or a super potion. It's always good to combine stuff when you're pausing. Because then you don't have to pause again later. Okay, so in this fight I use Rage because I hope to get some Rage building from his Rattata in order to one-shot the Zubats. If you are +2 on Rage, you one-shot, or it's range to one-shot the Zubat. We only get +1, so we really hope he uses Leech Seed here, and he does. So now we're +2 Rage. So if you don't get +2, you can just Water Gun in this guy, but we get +2, so... Oh, we don't even get the range. And we get Supersonic here, but that's not too bad because we still had the Bitter Berry. And now we're level 16, also because we have the right amount of XP. So it's not bad if you're still level 15 here, that only means that, yeah, you probably didn't get a lot of encounters, so that's fine. But if you get these encounters, you just want to get the XP out of it. And because we have 50 special, it's guaranteed for us now with level 16 to 3-shot the Coughing. With lower special, I'm not sure with what special DV you need for it to be guaranteed, but with lower special it's a range to 3-shot. And you want to heal before this fight if you are lower than 11. Yeah. But if you don't 3-shot it, then you have, and you're like 11 HP, you have to heal on the fight. Okay, we got a free heal from Kerr there. I guess that's his name, I'm not sure. And that's nice, because then we can instantly go to this gym. Okay, so I really hope to not get Supersonic here on this Ladyba, because now we used our Bitter Berry already. But he does use it. So it's a bit scary, you just hope to hit through here. Luckily we do. Okay, we also hit through the second time. Okay, and because we have pretty good speed, the Swing Shot is not enough to make him faster. So that's also really good. The Supersonic sucked a bit there, but in the end it was not a bad fight because we just hit through. Okay, wait, I'm gonna put the heater on a bit more. Okay, so in this fight you want to swap your first with your second move, because you want to teach Furry Cutter over Leer later in the first slot. And you Leer into Scratch twice. It's a range to 2-shot, but hopefully we get it, and we get it. Okay, so if you get paralyzed or poison powder or too low HP, then you want to heal on this menu. Okay, Benny was stuck, that's also good. So you see me pausing there, and he was not facing a good direction, so I had to be a bit careful there. But because he was looking in the direction for a few seconds, I just assumed he was stuck, and he is stuck, and then you can also just pass him. So spinners are, I think it was 1 in 31 or something to get stuck. And then they just face the same direction for like 8 seconds. Which is usually really nice, because then you can just pass them without worrying that they suddenly spin your direction. It's only really annoying when they are stuck in the direction that you wanna pass, because that costs a lot of time waiting for them to get unstuck. Okay, so Bugsy is just raging everything. If you get poisoned on this fight, you don't want to heal it off, because then, yeah, obviously your rage is not working anymore. Okay, so every split will be 0.8 seconds behind because I started the timer a bit late. It's a little bit ugly actually. A little bit ugly to look at red splits the whole time. Maybe I should just split early next time. Okay, so here you want to do a menu. You want to heal to full. Because I still have a potion and it's not too far from full, I just use my potion. We equip the paralyzed Kerbear, use a repel, and teach Furry Cutter. Okay, a little bit slow there, but it's fine. So, if you would have gotten poisoned by Bugsy, then you want to do this menu earlier, and then you want to repel later. So you just do the whole menu except the repel. Okay, here you just hope for no hypnosis basically, but he misses hypnosis, so that's good. So this fight is usually pretty scary because you have like a 30% chance to die here because of this Bailey. You have to hit Fury Cutter 3 times, and if he uses Razor Leaf, then and he crits, then you're pretty fucked. Okay, he didn't crit here, but it wouldn't have mattered because he didn't use Razor Leaf first turn. Well, it would still have mattered a little bit because then maybe I have to heal on Zubat. But now we're just safe. It's just really shitty that we didn't two-shot the Zubat. But yeah. And that with 15 DV special. Unbelievable. But it's a win. It's always really nice to get past Rifle 2. Because, yeah, he kills you a lot. And that sucks. So if you have chosen to, oh wait, first, okay, so you repel somewhere here, if you had to heal poison, but yeah, you'll probably have to check the exact location in another video. So if you had chosen to put your time at 5:30 at the start of this game, and you still wouldn't have a cut slave yet, then you could find one in this forest, and then you also have to repel later. But yeah, usually you just yeah, you set your time to 10 AM. Okay, so we get caught here. Repel wears out, and then you have the menu. We heal. Oh, yeah, we heal because we need to be good HP for Whitney. Use another repel, and then teach cut to your cut slave. Okay, so there's a hidden full heal here. Because this is a pretty good run for me, with a good Totodile, I would just want to pick it up. If you're not satisfied with the time so far, you can just skip the full heal, because usually you don't need it. But I just decided to pick it up there for extra safety. It's probably better to pick it up when you're starting, by the way. Okay, we have to go all around here to get headbutt. It's a pretty useful move. We need it. Then when the repel wears out, you teach headbutt. Take care that you don't teach it to Sandthread, because your cursor is on Sandthread. And you teach the Overrage. And then you use the next repel. And this is the movement that you gotta do to dodge all the standards trainers. Repel wears out exactly at the tell that we don't need it anymore. Okay, now we're gonna get our bike to move a bit faster. Yeah, so, and then you menu here, go 2 left or 2 right, select and instantly use bike from the menu. It's faster to do it when you're in the menu anyways. You just use it there. Okay, so for this fight we just use headbutt till it dies, except for when it uses charm. It uses charm, then you switch to water gun. It uses lick. Didn't get paralyzed, so we still have our paralyzed cure berry. And when you use headbutt, you always have a chance to flinch the enemy Pokemon. Which is really nice when it happens. Okay, then we walk around and talk to Whitney. I'm a bit sniffy, by the way. I hope it's not too annoying on the audio. Okay, so this is this is a really annoying fight. You will probably die here pretty often. If you just start out, I will recommend saving. Okay, so this Clefairy used Giga Drain with Metronome, which was pretty scary. And I'm really happy that it uses Mimic here, because that does no damage, and then it will just use Furry Color on us, and it also does no damage. Yeah, so you just want to furry color everything and you hope you don't miss. That's basically the thing. And you hope you're high enough HP that Miltank uses rollout. Well, luckily he uses rollout. And, oh, and we kill it in one shot because we are 15 DV attack. So usually, if he uses rollout, you can finish him off with headbutt or water gun. Just depends on which stat of yours is better. But if it doesn't use rollout, then oh, okay, I had to split. Never mind. If it doesn't use rollout, then it will use milk drink on the second turn, and then you cannot finish with headbutt or water gun. So then you just have to use furry color again, and then it will kill after milk drink if you are lucky enough to hit every furry color. Okay, so after that we are gonna get the thing. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Squirt bottle. Sounds good. Which we obviously need later. Okay, so here I make a mistake. So I have to go up here and get the flyer first. But somehow I forgot and I go here first. It's not too big of a deal, but it's more efficient to get your Spearow first. So yeah, just get the Spearow first. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to tell you teach bite over furry color. But yeah, everything is in the notes or whatever guide you use. I did pretty weird movement there. Because now I bonked into him instead of just buffering, talking to him. I guess it was because I realized here that I forgot to get the Spearow and got a bit confused by myself. So on the Magnemites you have to use Water Gun, and the Voltorb is Headbutt. I probably should not say everything so detailed, because you can just see whatever move I use. So if you really use a lot of super potions, then you can get the hidden super potion in here. There's a hidden potion somewhere here that you can pick up if you are really lacking super potions. Usually you don't want to pick it up. Oh, okay, so now I get the Spearow. So usually you do that before going to that underground, because it just saves some steps. Okay, and I remember I also got confused here. I almost went to the game corner, but we have to go to the radio tower first. Yeah, so here I realized, go back to the radio tower. And here we have to deposit the egg, so we also deposit Crocodile to heal it up. It's a faster way to heal. And then we withdraw Crocodile again. But we have to get rid of the egg, because otherwise it hatches and that's slow, of course. Now if you did the Lucky ID manip correctly, yeah, we get the Master Ball here. And we will use it later to catch the Gyarados, because you have to beat it anyways. And yeah, we can just use it as our Whirlpool and Waterfall slave. And that really is really nice, because then we also don't have to look for a Poliwag, which used to be sometimes a little bit of a struggle. Okay, and then we want to buy 200 coins here to get an Abra. Oh, I guess my webcam is lagging. That's amazing. Okay, so after you bought Abra, you just press on buying an Abra again, because it's faster than pressing B there. Here we switch Sandthread with Crocodile, and then we teleport back to the last Pokemon Center. This is also a reason why you cannot take any centers after this one, because we have to teleport back into this place. Okay, here we go. We buy 5 escape ropes. Yeah, I buy 1 awakening because I don't have more money. Usually you can buy 2 there. If you hit a spinner or something. And we buy 1 X attack and 1 X defense. 1 X speed. If you have like lower than 11 attack, you kinda wanna buy 2 X attacks there. Okay, it's really annoying that my webcam is lagging so much. I don't know why this happens. But yeah, you just run from the to the Wudo there. Why is this happening? Let me try if I can fix something. Oh, okay. I guess it works now. Yeah, so this guy you just headbutt because you want to try to flinch him first and then finish it off with Scratch. Sometimes that's a range, I guess, but usually headbutt into Scratch works. Yeah, let's hope this webcam is not gonna troll me anymore. Okay, here you finish, yeah, you just finish everything off with Bite. So this is a new part of the route, because we used to do Morty after the Kimono Girls, and then you get Surf, and then you don't get the super effective tech boxes, but that would require us, yeah, that would require us to go to the Goldenrod Market first. That's how we used to do it anyways, and yeah, now we just do early Morty and get a higher level for the Kimono Girls also. So we have to walk this specific path, because otherwise you will fall back. We also really hope that we get no Nightshade here, because that would, yeah, that would mean that we would have to heal before Morty. Oh, and I crit him, even better. And I guess you can mostly finish this Hunters off with Water Gun. But if your roll is low, then you should just bite twice. Okay, so here we also hope for no Nightshade. Okay, it uses Spy, that's pretty good. And Water Gun. It's even better when they use Curse, because then they just kill themselves and it's faster. Okay, so if we would have gotten a Nightshade, then yeah, then it's probably the safest to just use a Super Potion before Morty. But luckily we don't have to, and that saves time. Okay, so I'm not 25 for this fight because I killed only one encounter Union Cave, but I 15 DV special, so I was not too worried about missing this range. Yeah. And you want to use your X speed here. I think with low speed you have to use it instantly, but now I decide to try and flinch him first, and then X speed now. I guess that's then he has a lower chance to use Curse or something. Yeah, okay, here I flinch the Gengar, that's really good. So here you want to just bite twice and finish up with Water Gun if he's like really low HP, otherwise you have to bite 3 times. And every time Hypnosis hits, you just have to heal it off with your Awakening, and if all your Awakenings are gone, you have to use Full Heal, if you still have one. And otherwise your run is probably dead, so that's why you buy the Awakenings and pick up the Full Heals. Wow, really good fight, I even crit a Haunter. And I was not too sad about having to use my Awakening, because now it's an item less in my inventory. Oh, I forgot to split again. This is too difficult. But it's just for the idea to get the timer rolling, so. Yeah, so where was I? Oh yeah, so there's an item slot less in my inventory now, and that's faster, so it's not bad that we have to use the Awakening. Okay, so as for the Kimono Girls, yeah, you usually just fight them from left to right. But if you have really slow speed, I think, I'm not sure what the exact speed DV was, but I think lower than 3 or something. Then you will be slower than Espeon or Speed Tide. And then you might want to fight her later. I'm not exactly sure, but so if you realize you have 40 speed or less here, and you wanna fight the Espeon later. Wow, I crit him. Okay, so yeah, here I already have 47 speed, so this total of 12 DV speed, so it's fast enough to just instantly fight the Espeon. But you should be careful if you have a low speed DV. I think you want to be higher than 40 speed here to fight him. Or if you have like a really high amount of HP, then it also actually doesn't matter. Yeah, so it's always nice if you get crits or flinches here. Saves a lot of time and damage, so. Kill whip here is nice. Okay, and so this Jolteon can do a lot of damage to you. And usually he's faster than you. Wow, and we are faster than him now. And we almost one-shot him. Oh, but we flinch him. Okay. So, every turn, Jolteon does like 22, 23 damage, something like that. Maybe a little bit less. So you have to be careful with your HP here. If you are slower than him, which is usually the case, I think it's anything lower than 12 DV speed, then I'm pretty surprised that I'm faster here. But then you probably want to be 46 HP or higher. Okay, so on this menu I repel and teach surf. Because I still have a lot of HP, I decide to not heal, but you can heal there if you want, if you need. If you need, it's efficient to heal on this menu. And because we are already in the menu, I use bike from the menu. Okay, and you want to do this exact movement to dodge the trainers. My webcam acting normal? Yeah, it is. Good. Okay, because I have a lot of super potions left, I don't need to buy super potions here. Yeah, you usually, to be safe, you just want to have at least 2 super potions at this point, so you have to buy extra there if you used a lot of super potions. Okay, so here use headbutt first. Oh, I flinch him and surf to finish off. That Noctowl has hypnosis, so you have a risk to burn another full heal or awakening there. Okay, and if you have at least 12 DV attack or higher, these Growlithe die to headbutt, and then you get no super effective text. Yeah, so I decide here usually to do 1 headbutt and then kill the second one with surf. Yeah, just to have a nice PP for the rest of the fight. Not much to say about this fight. Pretty straightforward. Just hope to flinch everything or crit. Hey, and we flinched the Meryl. So coming up there's another spinner to pass. Ernest. Yeah, that's a pretty safe pass. Because he just spinned left when I paused. So he's not that likely to spin directly. And if he is gonna spin, then he's more likely to spin up than any other direction. So that's basically how you gotta judge it. Okay, and then here's another menu. So all this XP that we got in the early game, it also contributes to getting level 29 here. Well, I guess Rolf is enough for that. Yeah, Rolf is enough for that. Okay, and then you want to switch your super repels to the top and then get out. We get strength here. Okay, so if you go down at least at that exact at that tile, then you yeah, then you know you're not gonna hit the spinner if you turn left in time. Or the rotator. Okay, so here's another spinner. And she's a little bit annoying because she's stuck up right now. I wasn't know for sure yet if she was stuck up. But I thought so. So now I'm gonna unpause and see if she is, yeah, and she was stuck. So. You could wait a little longer there. I'm actually surprised that I passed her this instantly. Because it was not 100% sure that she was stuck, but fortunately she was. Yeah, you usually have the time to wait and see if she's stuck. So just try to be careful. Okay, so on these Pokemon you want to headbutt first and then finish them off with another move, strength in this case. Headbutt first because you want to flinch them, of course. And I take a lot of damage there. Actually really scary. Because I think Hitmonchan could kill me now with Combat Punch. And he uses Comet Punch, so this was pretty scary. Luckily, 3 turns. I'm not even sure what his maximum turns is, but I assume it's 5. So if he did 5, then he would be dead. Or a crit somewhere would also kill us. Now I have to heal now, and because it's likely that we take more damage, I'll heal again here. Because we're in the heal menu anyways. And because we're healing, I also already use strength from the menu. That's more efficient than just talking to the boulders if you are in your start menu anyway, so just keep in mind that if you need to heal, that you also want to use strength. Hey, why is my sound suddenly off? This is weird. I can't hear any sound right now. What's that? I hope it's still hearable in the video, but for some reason, my thing is acting weird. Okay, let me check. No idea why my sound... Literally no idea why my sound is gone. Okay, wait, I'm just gonna pause and try to cut it out of the video. Yeah, it does. Okay, good. Sound is back. Not too much interesting to tell there anyways. So for Chuck, I think you want to be like 55 plus HP. But we already healed before, so that's fine. So yeah, you either use 1 or 2 X attacks here. Usually 1, but if you... Yeah, if you have lower than 11 attack or... Yeah, on 11 it's still a range with 1 X attack. On any attack DV, so... If you feel like you want to play safe, you always want to use 2 X attacks. But yeah. Usually 1 X attack, it's faster. So. Luckily he misses dynamic punch. If he hits, then you get confused. And then you have to try and YOLO through. There's not much else to do there than just try and hit through. And I forgot to split again. It's actually really weird to do a video while splitting. Okay, now we're gonna get Fly from this lady, which is actually Chuck's wife. Get the secret potion. Do this menu. Okay, and now we're gonna fly, and you usually just wanna try to remember, yeah, how many spots you have to go back or forth to fly, because then, yeah, then it's faster. For instance, I know here that you have to go 3 down. Okay, take care surfing in front of that guy, because then he will see you. Okay, and here's another spinner. And he's also stuck. So I go around him. But yeah, so usually that's a spinner too. Okay, and there's the Gyarados. This is why we have the Master Ball. So we don't need a Pokédoll this time with this route. And we can just use the Gyarados as our HM slave. It's really nice. Yeah, automatically won the battle, so... Yeah, so that's flying 2 down. Oh, little movement error there. Lens is abusing some people over here. So I exactly have 8 PP Surf left. So I know I can kill everything with Surf here. First trainer has 2 Pokemon, second trainer has 3. And then there are 3 more Magnemites that you have to kill with Surf. So you have to make sure you have 3 PP Surf for that fight. So if you don't have enough, then you just use Strength on some of these Pokemon. Yeah, I just use Surf because it's a shorter move. Shorter text. Yeah, so this is the Magnemite guy that I was talking about. There's 3 Magnemites, so you need 3 Surfs here. And he is defending the switch that you have to push to not get more rocket trainers. So don't forget to press the switch. And then you can safely pass all the alarm thingies. Otherwise you would get trainers here. Okay, and now here you get a free heal from Lance. And this is the point where the very strict PP management route starts. So from this point, from this point it's all about PP management. Until the heal house before Elite 4, you just do everything with this PP. And so this is the point where I recommend using Exarion's PP management Excel document. You can just fill in there your attack DV and your special DV, and then it will basically tell you for every Pokemon which move you use. And yeah, that's just really useful. If you don't want to use that, or if you're just uncomfortable using that, you could just use all the moves that are in W-Sub's guide, and just use those moves. But it's just really really convenient to use that PP management chart. It basically decides for you yeah, which are the most favorable ranges to get, and yeah, which move is the best to use there. to just lower the risk of getting out of PP, and then like if you would run out of PP, then yeah, then you have to take like an extra heal or something, and that's really slow. Okay, so don't forget to talk to this Rocket after you fight her. Because she's one of the password holders. Really important that you just talk to her. I forgot it one time with the other Rocket, and then yeah, your run is basically dead because you lose a minute of walking back. Even more, I think. Okay, so this is a spinner, but it's pretty nice that he's already facing my direction, so I don't have to walk more steps. It could also be nice if he just not faces your direction at all and you can talk to him, so you skip the explanation point. Yeah, I think you just either want him to already face your direction or not at all. Either of those. Okay, and this guy you also need to talk again after you fight him. Now you have both passwords. We really should not forget that. So it's pretty nice that I didn't get a single quick attack so far. Like these Rattatas and Raticates all have quick attack, and it wastes some time if they use it. Yeah, so basically everything is straightforward now. But yeah, so you just want to make sure that you use the right move on every Pokemon, because the PP management is really, really tight. It's really tight. Yeah, so you want to talk to that bird for the last password that you need. Oh no, my webcam is doing weird, acting weird again. Ah, so annoying. How can I... How can I stop this? No. Oh, oops. Wait. Okay, so I removed my thing now. What is happening? Okay, I guess it's back. Hope so. Wow, now I'm really big. Okay. I hope it's better now. A little bit awkward. Okay, so this Arbok and this Gloom are ranges. Really favorable ranges for me because I have 15 EV attack and special. But if you miss one of these ranges, you should just finish everything off with Bite. Yeah, that's basically how it is. Bite is just your finishing move if you miss a range, basically. Yeah, so I really hope my webcam stops trolling. So these electrodes that we're gonna fight now, yeah, they are favorable ranges on both strength and surf. But yeah, you should just use whatever you need to use to be on the correct PP route for your particular attack and special DV. So I think this run I used strength, surf. Yeah. So this is really a reason why you want to use the PP management chart thing. It's just all about, yeah, using the correct moves. I think Pokemon Gold PP management is a huge thing. A major part of the speedrunning route, I think. Wait, what's that? That gold? No, okay. My splits are really weird because I forgot to split all the time. Okay, so luckily we didn't miss any range so far. But this is where the trouble's gonna happen, because there's one very unfamous spinner in Pokemon Gold named Douglas, and he's on fucking ice, so you cannot react to him. You basically YOLO past him, and it's basically a coin flip to hit him or not. And it loses a lot of time, like a minute, when you hit him. And unfortunately he hit me. So I was already pretty pissed at this point. I was on a pretty solid run, and then this guy hits you. It just takes away instantly a minute from you. And then it was also a pretty troll fight, because if I remember correctly, this Cloyster used like 4 times Protect or something. Yeah, let's count. That's 1. Amazing. Hey, that's 2, it protected itself. Losing a lot of time. And it used again, but it failed. So that's fine. And then it uses it again. Unbelievable. Such a slow fight. Such a slow fight. And it's already like an optional trainer, so it's really disgusting to get trolled to this extent. Okay, let me see if I move my splits away, if you can already see my regular splits. Nah. Price? This one. Okay. So at the pink bow split, I think I'm gonna move these splits away and just follow the splits that I recorded in the video. But yeah, as I can see on my screen, you guys cannot see that, I will lose 1 minute 14 here. And that's all because of that spinner. It's actually really disgusting. This run could actually have been a great time. But yeah, it's fine. I like this run in how I played for most part. But the RNG has been fine at some points, really fine at some points, but in the major parts, like hitting Douglas and the final fight of this game, has been really unlucky, so yeah. Okay, let's not forget to split now. Even though I will remove this thing soon. Yeah, so the splits are a little bit behind because I started the splits late. Or early, I must say. Okay, so now we fly back to Olivine City. Yeah, it's 4 back. 4 down. And it also means that we have to pass the spinner Ernest again. But because I was pretty pissed at hitting Douglas, I kind of didn't want to take too much time for passing him. I didn't even pause. But I think the pass was fine, but you will see. I will try to explain. I will try to explain in the moment of action. Okay, so when you come here the second time, you have to pick up this ether. It's important for your PP route. Okay, so here's Ernest. When I walk up, I can see... Okay, so I wait a bit and I can see he is spinning up. And then his most favorable direction after is left. So I just decided to walk by as soon as I saw him facing up. It's a pretty fast way of passing spinners, but it's of course a lot less safe. But I didn't really care at this point because we hit Douglas, so I just wanted to pass as fast as possible. And after giving the medicine, we escape rope out. And then we fight Jasmine and just use triple surf. It's pretty basic at this point. Oh, okay, I forgot to split again. So let's just get rid of this thing. I guess I can do that now, right? Yeah. Okay, so what you can see now is my real time. Not like the splits that I used in the video. The recorded splits during the run. Maybe that's nicer to follow. But just because my webcam was blocking it, I used the other splits. Okay, so now we fly to Goldenrod and have to do some shopping. First thing we do is going to the 5th floor. Get a return from this lady. That's, by the way, one of the reasons that it has to be Sunday. Because the lady's only there on Sunday. And you pick it up later because otherwise she will give you frustration. I think, no, not even. Nah, it's fine. Okay. And then you buy Ice Punch. And because we have 15 DV special, we didn't have to... Okay, it's going too fast now. Okay, so you buy the X items in this order, and you buy 3 X speeds if you have lower than 11 speed. That's just what you have to remember there. But you also have to buy calciums on the 4th floor if you have less than 15 DV special. I just don't do it on this run because I have 15 DV special. I hope everything makes sense. I was a bit slow on following everything. So for the X items we bought 5 X specials first. It's important to buy it in that order because because it's the fastest in usage throughout the run. So first the X specials, then the X attacks, then the X speeds, and then the guard spec and the X accuracy. 2 X accuracy. If you have 15 DV special, you only need to buy 1 X speed there. I buy 2 X speeds because I don't have to use an X speed on blue. But if you have lower than 11 DV speed, then you buy 3 there. So people usually see this as a pretty boring split. The pink bow split. It's very long and you are only fighting rockets. But it's actually really important that yeah, that you just control your PP management really well. I keep saying it, it's just really important. So now we use headbutts till our headbutts are 0. Because we will override Ice Punch over headbutt later. So now we have 0 headbutts. So we can override it safely. Okay, and we talk to that guy because otherwise he will just see us with an exclamation point later. So the moves you use here, as for example on this Grimer, the second Pokemon, it's all dependent on your DVs. But if you don't want to use the PP management chart, just try to use the moves that are in the guide. But it's really convenient to use the chart. Okay, so here I bonk into the wall because okay, so you just do this menu. You also use 2 cautions after the ether if you need to use them, which is anything else than 15 DV. Now we teach Ice Punch over headbutt. So I bunked into the wall because if I just walk to the left now, this Rotato doesn't see me. Even though it looks like he's gonna see me, he doesn't. So it's a faster to just bonk into that wall. Press start, do your menu, and then walk past the guy. You can just walk safely. But yeah, it's necessary to bonk there. Now, this range is usually pretty hard to hit, but luckily we got him. 15 DV special for the win. Okay, so this reason you want to bite first to try and flinch him, and we did, so that's great. Cannot kill him in one serve anyways. Okay, and for this Coughings I use Ice Punch because because they are favorable to kill. I think even guaranteed, I'm not sure. But if you have low special, you use serves here. And then you need to use the Ice Punch PP somewhere else. Get the basement key. Now we need to go to the basement. Okay, and to pass this rotator now, I made a really quick stop. I hope it was like seeable, but you can do it quicker than I did. But you just have to stop like 1 frame. But you have to make a little stop before you walk past that rotator. Doesn't have to be long, just a really quick stop and then pass him. Okay, this fight is interesting. So you have to use an X special in this fight. And we still have the Paralyzed Cure Berry on. If you do not have the Paralyzed Cure Berry on, you want to use this X special on Golbat already. But because I have the Paralyzed Cure Berry, I just go for the range, which is really favorable range because I have good special. And we kill him. And then we use the X special on this Magnemite. And then we hope he gets rid of our berry, but he doesn't because he misses Thunder Wave. So that's a little bit annoying. It's literally slower there to not get hit by Thunder Wave. So now we still have the berry on. And we just need to override it later. But yeah, so that's the strat. If you have Paralyzed Cure Berry on, you set up on Magnemite. And otherwise you set up on the Golbat. Probably also if the range for Golbat is really unfavorable, so with low special you may also want to set up the X special there already. But yeah. Yeah, so at this fight, you switch Bite back to the top. We're gonna use it a bit more often in the coming fights, and we will override it for return later, so it's just nice to have it now in the first slot. Ice Punch goes in the third slot now. So this Mach is a range. Luckily we get it. This guy also has some muck. And this range is a little bit less favorable. And unfortunately we miss it. But it's not too bad. Oh, by the way, I forgot to explain that so we had Douglas, right? So we used some bite PP there, actually a lot because he used protect a lot. But it's still fine. Like we will probably be fine with the bites PP we have. But if you hit both Douglas and Ernest, yeah, then you have a problem. Then you have probably not enough bites for the split. And I'm not really familiar with how you should solve that. But I think Poi described a strat where you could override slash for headbutt or something. And then use some extra PP there. But yeah, I'm not really familiar with that strat. It really sucks when you hit both these spinners anyways. So yeah. Just don't hit them both. Best advice. I'm not really too familiar because it never happened. And if it would happen, I would probably reset, so. I think there's also another Max Eater or something in the next room. Maybe you could also pick that one up if you are in PP problems. Not 100% sure, so I'm a bit afraid of making statements like that. But I'll show you where I think it is. So this PP route is also built around using as less super effective moves as you can. So we use strength here instead of Ice Punch. But if you use serves on the Coughings on the Rocket Executive, for example, you need to make up for that by Ice Punching one of these Glooms. And Ice Punching this Golbat, for example. But yeah, you want to minimize the amounts of super effective text boxes that you will get. So right here we're gonna use Ice Punch on this guy. Ooh, and we get the quick attack. And then I believe we use Strength here on the Golbat. So we don't get any super effective text box. So that was the last PP of Strength that we used. By the way, it's also important to note that I'm not sure how familiar people are with that, but that physical and special moves are divided by the type of the move. So, for example, Ice Punch, it's a special move, but for example in 4th generation and later, it's a physical move. Bite is a special move also, because it's dark type. So by the way, you can see here that I have exactly enough bites left. Actually pretty lucky. Lucky that we didn't miss more ranges. Okay, now we get the card key from this guy. And now, because we don't use bite anymore and it has 0 PP anyways, we can teach return over it. All to extend the PP route. Oh, I scrolled back to escape rope there, so I can just, after teaching return, I can instantly go to the right and instantly use escape rope, as you can see. So we go back to the tower. Okay, and on this floor you gotta go and use the card key. Few more trainers to go. And then the longest split of the game is over. So now that we don't have bite, we use return as our finishing move if we miss a range. But we only have 2 extra returns for this PP route, and so we want to miss as least ranges as possible, of course. And this Golbat is a pretty annoying range, and unfortunately we don't get it. He doesn't troll us really, so that's fine. But we need to burn a return here, so now I have only 1 return extra to use. Like outside of the returns that we gonna use anyway. So we just hope to get all these ranges. This Arbok is a range, this Valplume is a range. And we cannot really miss much more. Oh, I forgot to mention where the Max Eater is. So yeah, in the basement, like right after the Eradicate Golbat guy, I think there's a Max Eater. So if you were afraid of missing PP, then you could probably pick that one up. I believe there's a Max Eater. I'm not 100% sure, but so luckily we get all these ranges here. And I think otherwise you could do a PC heal on the way back out of the rocket tower. You could deposit Crocodile again and withdraw it. I think that would be the fastest way to solve it if you are return short. Right? I think it should be. Yeah, it should be. Could also take like a center or an elm heal, but I think that's slower, so I think if you're really in desperation, just do a PC heal or something. But luckily we don't have to do that. Spoiler alert. So after the Jasmine split I was only 7 seconds ahead of PB. But this split was really good. Didn't miss many ranges. Not really something went wrong. Didn't get poisoned. Because you can get poisoned, for example, on the Rocket Executive. And then you obviously need to heal that after the fight. But we didn't get any of that bullshit, so this is a good split. And then we get the pink bow here. And ta-da! It ended up being a gold split. Actually much nicer to do this video with the splits that I recorded during the run. Because now you can see how it compared to the previous PB. Okay, now we just have to get a radio card. The answers obviously are also in the guides. But it's yes, yes, no, yes, no. Okay, so here's another rotato, so you need to make a quick stop there as well, before you go past him. Oh yeah, here the bike shop calls. Actually a pretty early spot to get this call. But it's because I went the wrong way in Goldenrod City after Whitney. So it took some extra bike steps. Yeah, there's not much. There's not much to say here. Yeah, it's just learn how this movement goes, and then it's easy. By the way, I should have mentioned that in the intro, but I'll just mention it now. That I'll also link Lambok's guide. It's a bit outdated for now, but it's really useful. It has really useful pictures for the movement of, for example, Ice Path and Rock Tunnel and Mount Silver. Yeah, I'll link that. Then you can just see there how the movement should be and just practice it from there. Oh yeah, also important to mention is you can move when a boulder is falling down a hole. So you save some movements in moving in between, pushing it into the hole, and then yeah, the falling sound that it makes, you can just get some steps in. So right at the sign we're gonna do a menu. It should be right at that sign, because you need to extend your rappel properly. Okay, and here I have to overwrite the Paralyzed Cure Berry because the Magnemite didn't take it from us, unfortunately. Also gonna move Whirlpool and Waterfall now. Yeah, so we're still on the PP route. So our situation is that we have one extra return left that we can use. So for example, if the Seadra uses smoke screen and we miss a return, then that's the only one that we can miss. But we will waste it elsewhere. I will mention when we get there. So make sure to be clean with your movement here, because we have to extend the rappel. Okay, luckily the Seadra uses Leer, no smoke screen. By the way, if you're under like 60 HP before getting to this gym, you will probably want to use a super potion on the menu that we did before the gym. So here again we can move in between when the boulder falls. Save some steps when the animation is showing. Okay, now there's Claire. So the dragon hairs are range. I'm not sure if that's also the case on our special defeat, on 15 special defeat. But when you have low special, there's a chance that you miss the range, and that will be really annoying. Yeah, because you don't have really much more PP to spend. Yeah, but we get all these dragon hairs. You could use return to finish it off, but usually you don't really have, yeah, you don't really can spend it here. So that would be really annoying. Actually really important in this run to have good special, but yeah. Okay, so she uses Dragon Breath. Luckily not paralyzed, but she uses a Hyper Potion here, which is a little bit slow, and we are forced to use our extra return now. But that's fine, we have enough PP left, exactly enough actually. So yeah, we couldn't have wasted any more than this. And as said before, if you're afraid to to not manage the PP well, then you will probably have to do a PC heal or use an extra ether or something. Yeah, but it's just really nice if the PP route works out. So now we're gonna get the thing. Should be careful with taking extra steps because we are trying to extend the repel. So the rappel wears out right in front of the thing. And then we can use our new rappel on the menu on the way out. There goes our last escape rope. And then we fly back to Newbark Town. But we're not going to the lab as Elm expected. We just go straight to the Victory Road. Okay, so now we're also trying to extend our rappel. So I'm also trying to be careful with extra steps taking now. Struggling a bit here, but it's still fine. No disaster if it doesn't work out, but okay, so here you have to do this movement and then you dodge the rotato. Okay, I take the upper path because it works out for the rappel, for extending the rappel. It's because we want to where let the repel wear out right in front of a spinner, because then it's an automatic pause, basically. You just get a free pause for a spinner, and then you can react better to the spinner movement. Yeah, so as you can see, the PP is working out just about right. Okay. So be careful not hitting those trainers. You cannot really go more to the right, otherwise you'll hit the guy. So we have only one return left, and that's the exact one that we need on this fight. So pretty convenient that it worked out perfectly. Okay, so here's the heal, and now we get all our PP back. So it's finally over. And now on the way out, because our movement was fine, we take an extra step, and that is on purpose to just get this pause here. Yeah, I pass her a bit slow, way too slow, but we get past her, so it's fine. Also, I should have used the super repel on that pause menu. That would be the most efficient, because now I have to open my menu later to to just use the repel. But I could easily have used it on the menu there. Yeah, so I used strength on the Kingler, just because you cannot kill him with a return. It's not a range or anything. So I just used some strength PP there. I think the return PP is not that tight though, so I think you can also just use return, but I'm not 100% sure. I always just use strength there to be safe. It doesn't really matter much in time. This Golbat is a range. Unfortunately, we don't get it. So we have to return again. Yeah, so this Rapidash, I think it's also a range. But it's nice to use return here so you don't see the super effective text. I think it's a pretty favorable range, especially on high attack DVU. You can just go for it. Okay, so now I have to open my menu again for Super Repel. I should have done that before the spinner on the second pass. Get confused here for a second. Yeah. Okay, so the last battle with this rifle. We just use one X special. And then we sweep everything. Okay, so let's go, but we just use Surf to not get super effective text box again. But for the last remaining Pokemon we use Ice Punch, because we need to save some Surf PP for the Elite Four. The important move on the Elite Four, so we just wanna Ice Punch these Pokemon. Okay, so now we do some more little shopping. So I buy 3 max repels here, which is exactly enough. And it's convenient in the menu that you use later. You can also just buy 11 there. Because it's a faster buy, and then you have some extra repels in case something goes wrong. That could be nice to just buy 11 when you're starting out. Oh, one thing that I should mention. Wait, first, so he used Confuse Ray, so I have to heal it with my full heal. But one thing that I should mention is that it's pretty annoying that there are some items between my repels and my X items. It's not the greatest item management from me this run. I could have tossed these antidotes away earlier. And I also don't really need the super potion anymore, so I should have tossed those away. I think I should have done that before Claire, in Claire's menu. Or maybe when I use the escape rope on the way out after Claire. Yeah. So that would have been a little bit faster. Then you have to not scroll past these items anymore. A little... Yeah, it's a little bad of me that I didn't do that. Just wasn't really thinking about it this run. Okay, so luckily we get the 2-shot on Slowbro. Either 2 or 3-shot. But yeah, we save a lot of time here. I'm not really sure what went wrong in the PB before that. 20 seconds is a lot to save there. Probably just a slow wheel fight or something. I don't know. Oh, I think I also had not enough PP for Espeon in the previous PB. So I had to struggle that fight. So when you don't have a return for Espeon and you have enough HP, you can just go in the fight and use struggle. And then you hurt yourself a bit and it's slower. But it's at least faster than to take a heal. So yeah. So that's probably where the time save this run comes from, because we fortunately had the return left. Okay, so this fight I used an X accuracy because the Ariados use double team, and also Mach can use minimize and Crobat can use double team. So it's just nice to use a X accuracy there when you see the Ariados go for double team. If he's not going for double team, then you can just try and get through the fight without X accuracy if you want. But it's riskier. Oh, we crit the Mach. Holy cow. So that Mach is a 2-shot. And if he goes for acid armor, you will have to use Surf as a second move. But you have to then make up for that PP by using Return on Murkrow instead of Surf on the next fight. No, on the Karen fight, I mean. So I win another 20 seconds here because on the run that I had before this, I got double protect from Fortress, and I think I had to heal also. So this run is definitely looking good at this point. So at this point we are at the pace to get a 118. But yeah, it's not gonna go like that because of the fight against Red. But yeah, usually this is pretty easy 318 pace. These Pokemon also die to strength if you feel like you're not gonna have enough returns for something, but that should not be the case. So you can just safely return those Pokemon. Okay, this is an interesting fight because this Umbreon can use different moves. He's going for Sand Attack, which means that we have to use our X accuracy. But luckily he didn't go for Confuse Ray, because then we would have to use our full restore. Oh, and we crit the Umbreon. So usually you, it's a 2-shot and you finish it off with return. But now we don't have to do that. So it's a pretty good fight. It's better if you don't have to use the X accuracy and don't have to use a full restore. But it was a pretty fast Umbreon. So if we would have been short on serves, then we use return on this Murkrow. But we are not, so we can just serve. Also, what's really nice is that I have a lot of HP left, so I don't have to heal for next fight. Also, I'm keeping in mind here that I have 15 DV special and probably will be fine hitting the Dragonite range. If you have a low special DV, then you will probably need to be... you will probably need to just full restore. Because then you have to play safer on the Dragonite and kill it in 2 shots. I'll explain when we get there. So this Gyarados is double strength. No return, because then he would get too low. And you don't one-shot it anyways. Yeah, these Dragonites die for sure to Ice Punch. This level 47 Dragonite. By the way, I should mention that if you don't have 15 DV speed and Gyarados goes for Hyper Beam, then you can set up an X speed while he recharges, because then you're faster than Aerodactyl. You don't have to do that when you have 15 DV speed though. Okay, so now I can just go for this Dragonite range. I think it's like a 36 and 39 range with 15 DV special. And with 12 DV special it's 26 and 39, something like that. But if you have really low special DV, you want to strength first and then use Ice Punch. And then he will probably use Outrage and do like 70 damage to you. Okay, so this Aerodactyl is faster. It's a bit scary if he uses Ancient Power and gets a stat boost. But he goes for Rock Slide. I think that can flinch. So we're also lucky that we didn't flinch there. But yeah, that's Johto down. And at this point it looks really good. It's still 318 pace from here. Maybe even 317 if you're really good. But I'm not sure. I was counting on getting a 318 at this point. Okay, so when you hear this theme, it means that the game has saved, and then you can instantly soft reset. And then you go to Elm's lab. He even calls you. So here, whoa, repel, where's that? Here you will be getting the boat ticket. And this is 5 down to fly, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so we need to talk to this guy first. And then go to the third cabin from the right. Find his body, beat his ass. And that's how it goes. Whoa, that movement. I forgot that I did that. This music is so good. Now we get the girl back to Grandpa or something. We get this very unnecessary metal coat. Okay, and then the Kanto adventure starts. Okay, so when we arrive, we instantly super repel and fly to Vermilion, because the game already registrates that we have been in Vermilion. Oh, that movement. We go up, safely past the grass, and we go to the right. Okay, and then we gotta do Rock Tunnel pretty soon. So I just recommend looking at Lambach's guide and look at the pictures how the movement should be. Unfortunately, I screw Rock Tunnel a little bit up, so I'll lose some time there, and my repel will wear out early. Luckily I don't get punished for that, but it was actually pretty scary. Oh yeah, it's completely dark, but you can use a cue like this Pokeball when you go to the right, or you use and you use bonks. For example, now I hear a bonk and now to go up. Okay, I think here the ladder is in the top left, but somehow I miss it, and I take a lot of extra steps. A lot of extra steps, and that will cause me a little bit of problems. The second part is fine though. Okay, you have to walk into this Pokemon Center for one tile, just because we have to teleport there later. Okay, and this is the scary part. Because I messed up Rock Tunnel a bit, my repel wears out here already. So all these tiles, I could have gotten an encounter. So that was really scary, and really lucky that I didn't get one. But that's also a reason that you might want to buy 11 max repels. If you screw up something, yeah, then you can use another max. Then you can just use a max repel, one of the extras that you have. Well, yeah, just don't be a noob and screw up Rock Tunnel like me. That's the better strat. Oh, I went to the wrong way. Okay, so now we fly back to Saffron, which is just one down. And then we make our way to Celadon. And that will be our first gym. The trainers you have to beat. You know, just use returns. Using Ice Punch would give super effective text box. And this is really weird. I don't know why I didn't just talk to her. That was really weird. Should just talk to her instead of walk in front of her. I think this executor might be a range on some DVs. Yeah, for the Stangler you need Ice Punch. So we need to set up an X attack on this fight. And you just do it on the victory bell that comes now, because he always uses Sunny Day. So he cannot do anything annoying. And then you one-shot the rest of all the Pokemon. Yeah, so I lost some time because of Rock Tunnel. Not even that much time, which probably means that the previous PB was also pretty poor split. Okay, fly back to Saffron again. Instantly go to the gym, and there's the last spinner of the game. So here's a spinner. Okay, luckily I can pass her pretty fast. Not sure if that was a good pass, because I didn't pause instantly after she turned. So she might have turned into me afterwards, but luckily it works out. Okay, so if you have a really bad speed DV, then you are slower than this Alakazam, and that could be a problem. So a strategy that could be done is buy a Carbos instead of a second Calcium. And I think that solves this issue with bad speed. Or you can just YOLO it, but I don't know. So if you have really good special but not good speed, then you could probably yeah, you could probably buy a Carbos instead of the second Calcium. But luckily this run I have good speed and don't have to worry about it. It's also the Gengar from Karen. He's also faster than you when you have like 1 or 0, 2 or 3 speed DV. I don't know the exact numbers, which is pretty bad, but yeah. I usually just YOLO it anyways. Okay, so now we have to trigger this cutscene. And make our way to the bridge. It's fastest to go here by the right. I think you might have to ice punch this on low attack DV. Yeah. But all information like that is in W subspace bin. Hey, that cry sounds familiar. There's actually not much to say about this. You're just stomping these trainers as level 58 for Alligator. You need to be choosing the right moves though, to take a little bit track of your PP. I think I could have returned the first Oddish and served this one. That would be like the most optimal, but that's alright. We're talking now about 4 frames difference. This is a mistake though, I should have gone up there instead of down. So fly back to Cerulean, only 1 up. And beat Misty real quick. And after that, don't forget the machine part. Yeah. So you could set up X attack here if you have like below 11 attack DV. But otherwise, if your attack is high enough, you just set up here. Because this guy just uses amnesia, doesn't do anything. Okay, so now we get a machine part. Don't forget that. Don't pull a pokey guy. Okay, now we TP back to the thing, power plant thing. Cannot fly here, so that's why we set the teleport point there. Okay, now that we delivered the part, we gonna pick up the Pokeflute radio thing. Expand card. Okay, and now we continue crushing all the gyms. Now it's basically just a streak of crushing all the gyms, starting with Search. That's pretty weird movement. You can just go above that guy and buffer the dog to cut bush. He could block you though. Yeah, there's not really much to say about this fight. You literally one-shot every Pokemon. Which we do all game, of course. But yeah, there's no setup, nothing. Just sweep sweep the Pokemon. Need to use a return for this guy. Now we have one return left, which we want to use for Sandslash and Brock's Gym. Okay, now we're gonna get to Brock's Gym through the Diglett tunnel. Use your last Super Repel here, and then get it on with the catchy tune. No. Dodge that trainer. Take care with taking too many steps though, because the repel need to last till you get back there. Okay, now for this guy you just use return if you have 12 DV attack or higher. Otherwise you need to Ice Punch it. Yeah, here you just serve everything. Really just sweep. Literally the only excitement in a fight like this is to hope for no protect on Omastar. Ooh, and he doesn't. Okay. So that's where our repel wears off. Now we need to get the hidden max ether here. Okay, and when you go down here, you need to go one left, because otherwise you'll hit that guy. And also take care of the tender afterwards. Actually, in the previous PB, I hit that guy. Actually, very stupid. And that's why we save a lot of time on the Blaine split. Which is usually not really a split where you expect any changes. A little bit weird way of approaching this water. We just buffer from the top. Something. Hey. What? My sound literally went off again. Pretty weird. What? So weird. Okay, so here, there's another spinner, but you can just surf completely around him. So there's a spinner, and you can just go around here, so you don't have to do anything. I'm just gonna click on a YouTube video or something. Oh, what? On a YouTube video, just try and see if I can get the sound to work. Maybe this. Whoa, okay, that was loud. Whoa, that was really loud. But the sound's back. Oh. I have no idea why it's suddenly... Yeah, why it suddenly was gone. I'm not even sure if the sound was also gone on the video, but for me it was gone. So yeah. Now we were 213 ahead, which means... Wow, actually it was 317 pace. Insane. Or... No, I'm kidding. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah. It was high 318 pace. With my skills then. Without Douglas, it would have been 317. And unfortunately, this run gets trolled a bit, so... This is also really straightforward. Return everything. So Venomoth can... I mean, the Janine can use a dire hit there on Venomoth. It's nice when you do not get it. And then there's one more gym leader to go, which is blue. So you fly to Viridian just to beat him. So depending on your attack and speed DVs, it differs how many X items you have to set up here. If you have below 11 speed, then you set up an X speed, otherwise you don't need to do that. In this run I don't need to do that. And you set up 2 or 3 X attacks. I only need to set up 2. But I think lower than 12, I think it was 12, then you need to set up 3. So this fight is pretty fast. This run gets extreme speed though, because our defense is really low, so the Arcanine favors to go extreme speed instead of flamethrower. And so that loses some time, and it also requires you to heal it back up later. But yeah, that's fine. There's the extreme speed. That were all the gym leaders in Kanto. And then we only have the most fucked up fight in the game left. Pokeguy lost like world record to that fight 3 or 4 times. Actually insane. I'll explain later why it's such a shitty fight. We need to fly to Palace and talk to Oak though, because yeah, because he opens the gate to Mount Silver. Okay, so now we fly to Viridian. Oh, I actually I choose to heal here. Can probably better do that later. You have to max repel though when you fly. By the way I did that menu, you could already see that I'm really nervous for this fight. Screwed up that movement also. What am I doing there? Okay. Okay, so this is Mount Silver. It works a bit the same as Rock Tunnel. Just use the bonk cues a little bit. Here you have to max repel. And your cursor then afterwards land on full restore, so that's why probably best to heal there. Okay, we got out. Okay, and here's the last fight of the game. So what's really shitty about this is, so there's a really high chance that he uses Charm, and that's why we're gonna use the guard spec, so we are safe from the Charm. As actually, we want him to use Charm as much as possible. I think he's like 25% to use Thunder, and if he uses Thunder, only 70% to hit, and we get it. It's like, it's less than 20% per turn to get hit, but if you get hit, he will keep using Thunder until he misses. Then the cycle goes back, then it's again like 75% to use Charm. I'm not sure if it's exactly 75%. I thought it was 75. And maybe even higher, I don't know. But yeah. We get 4 Thunders this fight. And that immediately gets rid of our 318 time. But yeah, as I said, Pokeguy lost 4 world records or something to this fight, so imagine that. For me it doesn't matter that much. Would just have been really happy with a 318. But yeah, this Pikachu says no. I have to keep healing until he stops, until he misses. And he finally misses. But yeah, now he goes back into the same cycle, and we just hope he charms now. Luckily he does. And keep charming, please, keep charming. Yes. One more X attack. Okay, and now we're fine, now we're gonna win. But that cost us more than a minute. A minute and 15 seconds or something. So yeah, it's a really frustrating fight. But yeah, can't do anything about that. I think I'm pretty glad with how I played this run. A lot could have gone better. But it's okay. It was a pretty good run, I must say. Just unlucky that we hit Douglas and Red, but it's almost like a coin flip to get screwed by them. Just unlucky that we lost both coin flips. So here you can see already losing time to PB. Also, this Snorlax can use Body Slam, and if it paralyzes you, you also have the full restore. I would have only needed 1 crit for the 319. But we don't even get 319. What a disaster, guys. So this Charizard use this flamethrower, and if you get burned, then your your physical moves will do less. I think you can still just kill with return from there, but usually if I get burned, I just use surf to be safe. Okay, and that's the run. So yeah, that's it. I'm pretty happy with how this one went. Like in terms of execution, I think I improved a lot. And yeah, the RNG was unfortunate, but that's whatever. Not gonna grind it out or something. So yeah, I hope it was really useful for people that want to run this game. Yeah, I just really hope. Yeah, there's a full commentary video like this is used for people to get into this game, and yeah, as promised, I will post the useful links in the description of the video, and yeah, feel free to let me know if it was useful or if it was shitty or whatever, or what could have been better, and yeah, everything is welcome. So I just hope you guys could learn something from it, or just know how, yeah, how the route works and everything. So thanks for watching, and see you guys later.